Hey everybody, it's your favorite RVers from RV Tales and Trails. We last left you off on our longest travel day ever, from Galveston Island, Texas to St. George, Utah. We're happy to say we made it safe and sound, as you know from our last video. We made it to see my cute grandma and did some puzzles with her. We even got to clean out our storage unit, which was packed to the rim. This was a big checkbox for us to complete. I was also able to play some volleyball, which was much needed, and Keaten was even able to golf a little bit. I golfed too, but his swing is much better, so we can watch his swing. We also found a really fun hike to do called Scout's Cave, which we were super excited. After walking for a while, you suddenly hit this sharp incline, which you have to go over rocks to get to the top, and we of course had to pick Frank up. But I must say, this cave was super huge and super cool. I couldn't believe that there was this just sitting back there, and I'd never known it was here in southern Utah. It went forever. I felt like you could climb back up in it, and the view was not half bad either. You could see all of the Ivans Valley, which is where we were staying. Keaten tried to climb up a little bit, but of course it was too high, and I told him not to because it's scary. But overall, this was a super fun hike and a super cool cave. Highly recommend Scout's Cave if you're in the area. We also had to pick up and carry Frank just a little bit, as you will see, because the little guy got tired. I mean, look at that face. How cute. Overall, very fun hike. Frankie also got spoiled rotten by his grandma. Grandma Shishi took really good care of him whenever she wanted to see him. And then we had not such great stuff happen to us. We had our awning fly off in 30+ mph winds, which of course is a rookie move and we should have known to bring it in. But we didn't, and here we are. So we couldn't figure out how to get it in manually as it wasn't hooked up to power, and that took a while. We did get it in and eventually attached to the rig, which took forever. We also made some very nice upgrades to our decking. We found this marine type material for marine RVs, everything. And I am not the first one to do this, so I'm not sure. I saw it on social media. I loved it. I immediately went to Amazon and bought it. It was a bit of a pain getting it hooked up. It wasn't sticking very well. The stickiness did not hold up with our black underneath of our deck. So what we planned on doing was buying some glue and eventually just gluing it all down. But I'll let you know if the glue holds up. I'm a little worried that some water will get underneath and eventually loosen up that glue. And you had to be very precise in installing this, which was a little bit of a pain. It definitely took longer than we wanted. It was looking really nice and I was getting really excited. Keaten did most of the manual labor, of course. I am very happy to say I always like to take the sidelines on some of these projects, but look how cute that is. Keaten rolled it out nice, hoping that it would stick. This is where we kind of decided that we need to get glue for this, as it was not sticking very well. But overall, I think this looks great. I'm excited to try it out. I'm really curious to see if it'll hold up, as we leave our deck out 24/7. We actually called the manufacturer to figure out if it was okay to do so, because I know in the 2024 models of our rig, it had wood compiling in it. They let us know that it did not have wood compiling. My goodness, look at this view though. How beautiful. Not a bad place to do some work on the rig. Overall, we had super great time in St. George. It was a much needed recovery after 2 intense, long travel days. We wrapped up our time here, and then we slowly made our way up to the Salt Lake Valley, where we used to live. Our RV park was actually right next to a Naval Air Force base, and we had, of course, to check out the Hill Aerospace Museum. Take it away, Keaten.
Here we got to see planes that flew in World War I, World War II, and all the way up till the present. They have so many different jets and helicopters. It was really amazing to see it all. Some of the planes and helicopters were still under restoration because the museum receives new planes and jets and helicopters all the time. So it was really cool to see how they restore and bring these planes back to how they once were. Some of our favorite planes were the H-53 Sea Stallion, the F-117 Nighthawk, the SR-71 Blackbird, and the F-22 Raptor. If you're ever up in northern Utah and in the area, we highly recommend checking out this museum. It was a lot of fun and amazing to see all of these planes. It's also free to enter.
Overall, this was such a fun little excursion. If you're in the area, make sure you hit it up. After we had fun, we had to, of course, get to work on making improvements, and we added a fun new sewer hose caddy. Yay! So Keaten did a lot of the manual work on this, which was super fun attaching it here, as you can see, and I did such a great job of handing him all the tools he needed. That was my job. And once we got this all taken care of, Keaten just loves when I record, of course. You can see his face here. He is just so happy to be recorded. We got this up though pretty quickly. I think the main thing we had trouble with was drilling into metal. We do not have a compact drill or an impact drill, whatever you call that, I don't know. We did not have one that could go through metal, so we ended up having to do a couple different things. We got the right screw and were able to buckle it in after a second attempt. Our second attempt included just manhandling and pushing it in as hard as we could. Would not recommend this. Get the right tools, people. Don't be like us. The next fix we did was fixing this shelf in the front compartment. It had become loose and fallen many times. We couldn't store anything on it anymore, and it was just becoming a pain. It was held by two tiny nails, they were like, and as you can see, we of course probably had too much weight on it, as we love our recreational activities, but we eventually got this figured out. The next fun upgrade was of course my upgrade, and Keaten didn't have to do anything. I hung all our cute little pictures of our adventures so far up on a wall. I mean, look how cute that is. Next, we got Frank to see his long-lost lover and girlfriend, Kappa Girl, which we absolutely love her. This is Frank's best friend from Salt Lake. We used to watch her, and they would watch our dog back and forth, and they were just the bestest of friends, and they had a fun reunion, and I'm so excited that they got to see each other. They were sprinting and running and playing and just having the time of their lives. So I'm really glad we made this trip up to Salt Lake, mostly just because of this, so Frank could see his long-lost girlfriend. It was quite the glorious reunion that we're very happy happened. It did get a little bit cold, and as you can see, there were some storm clouds coming, so it didn't last as long as we wanted. We were grateful for the time we got with little Kappa Girl. Another thing we really like to do is go on bike rides, and this was our first time taking Wesley Whiskers with us. We were not sure how he would do, as he's never been on a bike before. As you see some of our videos, he does go on walks with us, and he has a great time. And he actually did fantastic here. I was very shocked, as he doesn't normally do very well with fast-moving items. Well, this wraps up another episode of RV Tales and Trails. We are so grateful for you guys for sticking around, and thanks for watching. And as always, if you've enjoyed this content and want to see more, like and subscribe for more.